Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm your host, Jessica Williams. Thank you so much for joining me. First up, the chair of Doctors Day joins me in studio as they share about their free event happening at Science Central this Saturday. It's open to all kids from kindergarten to 5th grade. Then Elite Softwash is here to help us transition our homes from winter to spring by doing roof cleaning, siding cleaning, and so much more. And then a little bit later, it's Women's Wealth Wednesday with Foster Financial, and we are talking about the widow's tax trap and what that means. That and more happening now.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
Doctors Day is taking place this Saturday, and it is the 31st annual, presented by the Fort Wayne Medical Society Alliance. And joining me today is Maria Crash, who is the president of the Alliance and also the chair of Doctors Day. Hello, Maria.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Welcome. Yes, okay, so 31 years of doing this free event. How exciting is it? Okay, so tell me all about Doctors Day.
Okay, we love the event. It's really kind of twofold. We try to give kids an opportunity. It's geared towards kindergarten through 5th grade age range, and they start thinking about what they might like to be when they grow up. So we gather as many people from all different careers in the medical field to kind of come in and talk to these kids at their level, meet their parents. We host it at Science Central. It's a great place to have an event, and you can enjoy all the other Science Central things, but then you get an opportunity to go around and go to 40 different booths where we will have medical professionals from our Fort Wayne area. We have great medical community here, and they give up a day to come out and talk to the kids and get them excited about a career in the medical field.
Right. I mean, hit them while they're young. I love that because that is when the imagination starts, right? You're looking, you're thinking like, ooh, I want to have a little, stethoscope and go up and check people's heart rate. I love that as a child. And so tell me about what people can actually experience as far as the booths are concerned. Will they all be informative or will they be interactive booths?
Very interactive. Okay. That's we say you can't get involved unless you're going to be interactive with the kids. So they come prepared to do that. We're very excited. We have all the colleges represented, universities. Ivy Tech will be there, University of St. Francis, Trine University, and who am I missing out on? Huntington. So they come with, some robotics type things to get kids excited. We've got simulators, so they can see a simulated patient, what's happening to a child that maybe has asthma or something. They get a chance to do CPR on one of those simulated, dummies, if you will. And so they're fun for the kids to interact. And, a person could decide all the way, in high school, they could actually pursue that medical career by going to school here in the Fort Wayne area. So we do have a great community to provide these services for education as kids get older.
Exactly. I mean, especially 31 years. Do you have any stories, any testimonies?
We actually do. There's actually a gal who will be a presenter at the St. Francis University booth, and she was inspired as a 5th or 6th grader, I think, to go into respiratory therapy. Oh, wow. So she mentioned that a couple years ago to us, and I said, it's full circle.
It is.
So it's neat.
Yeah, and I don't know about y'all, but I'm thinking Science Central, doctors with a scalpel, maybe some dissections.
Also some dissections. I get my husband to actually do a cow eye dissection every year.
Wow.
We have a nephrologist, so that's a kidney specialist. They'll be doing a dissection of a pig's kidney. So right up close and personal, the kids can gather around and just see what's happening. We have our local, IU Med School is here, has a campus in Fort Wayne, and those medical students come every year. They'll have a heart and a lung that they're dissecting at their booth in front of the kids. Kids get to touch it, see it. We have a dental lab parked outside, so we have some dentists there.
Yes.
Our presenters, we have another gastroenterologist that will be presenting what happens from the beginning as food goes down your system. So it's mission, digestion. So all kinds of things about learning how to do simple first aid. Kids learn at a young age, they can put a Band-Aid on their teddy bear. So they start learning about things that hurt and how can we fix them. So from all different angles in the medical field.
And I love the interaction part of it, like you said, CPR and actually being hands-on. And you'll also do safety tips as well that they can actually practice at home or with their friends at school.
Yes, we have a nurse that will be doing, I think she's a nurse practitioner from Lutheran Hospital, and she is going to do all first aid basics with the kids. So, getting a first aid kit prepared at home so the kids can learn to do those things in that age range and start thinking about, could I see myself doing this? Would I want to be an EMT? Do I want to be a pharmacist? Do I want to be an occupational therapist? I happen to be a registered dietitian.
Okay.
So we come from all different angles.
Right.
And so the kids see that that's working as a team. They're learning in school to work as a team, and then that can continue in their medical career.
Yeah.
So they've got to be really working on their science and their math skills. So.
Yes, to show the importance, because you got to motivate kids. Why is science important? Why is math important? And even though it's Doctor's Day, I love that you all focus on all the occupations because it's such a vast and large industry, and there's something for everyone to really gravitate towards if they want to.
And we appreciate our sponsors so much. We make it a free day because of our hospital support. So we've been very blessed to have Parkview, Lutheran Hospital, and IU Health as our partners, along with the Fort Wayne Medical Society Foundation. That's our local physicians foundation, and they all support us financially so we can make it a free day to the public. And the schools love that. They get the message out, so we have a full, it's going to be busy and crazy, but it's kind of fun to go there when it's a lot of fun and excitement.
Yes.
So.
Tell me the age range again.
We encourage kindergarten through 5th grade, but believe me, my kids enjoyed it even through high school years. They volunteered there, and 3 of them pursued the medical field. So it's.
Well, maybe I can sneak in. No.
You can come and enjoy it.
Well, thank you so much, Maria, for sharing about it. Sounds like a fun day.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And if you would like more information about Doctor's Day, it's taking place this Saturday, March 7th from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. This is a free event for your kids from kindergarten to 5th grade, so come on out and enjoy it. And I'll see you after the break.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
This segment sponsored by Elite Softwash. Have you heard of soft washing before? Well, today we're going to break it down with Elite Softwash. This is a family-owned and operated business which specializes in maintaining and cleaning residential and commercial properties. And today I am joined by their owner, Brandon Mitzker. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, good.
Good. Okay. So people may not have heard of this term soft washing. So kind of break it down for us.
Yeah, absolutely. So soft washing is a process where we use a lower pressure cleaning system to clean the surfaces on your home that are going to be more susceptible to damage that you could experience if you have yourself or an individual come out and use high pressure on your home. So most pressure washers, when they're used, they're going to be between 2,000 and 3,000 psi. So it's the amount of pressure that they're putting on that surface, right?
Yeah.
So with the soft washing, our soft wash system is around 500 to 700 psi. So a whole lot lower, meaning it's just basically a safer pressure to be applied to all the surfaces on your home, so you don't have to worry about damage.
Yeah, okay, and that's so great. So tell us a little bit about Elite Softwash. You've been around for almost 4 years.
Yeah.
And so give us a little background on why you wanted to start your company.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're a family-owned and operated business. A few years ago when I had the idea to start this, I have 2 young sons who I thought, well, what a better way to, bond with them and to allow them to, join in the entrepreneurial spirit than to start a business together. And so we started it off and it really took off for us. So now we have the opportunity. We all love to serve others. We like to take care of our clients and just love that customer interaction, going out and making dirty things clean again.
Okay, so let's talk about spring cleaning because spring is basically here.
It is.
And people really do need to clean off winter.
Yeah, yeah.
So why is that?
Yeah, so this winter has been like just really rough. I mean, it's been cold. We've had a lot of snow. There's a lot of grime and dirt. And I was just outside the other day just looking around my property, and it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's on the siding, it's on everything you feel is just dirty.
Yeah.
And so getting that clean is really important, because if you leave your, home dirty, your vinyl siding dirty, your roof dirty, your concrete dirty, eventually it's just going to slowly age it. It's going to make it look bad, and it's going to become permanent. It's not going to come off. And so really important just to get that flushed off of there, cleaned. When we think about our driveway too, if you have a concrete drive, somewhere where you park your car, through winter, it's just been collecting all of the salt and road chemicals on it. It sits in your driveway, it thaws, it lands on your concrete, and all that stuff just breaks down the concrete. Not only does it look dirty, but it's actually hard on the surface. It'll cause that surface to break and chip away easier. So doing stuff to just get everything cleaned and flushed off and kind of renewed for spring. And this process, doing it now, early spring, it'll last all the way through summer, so keep your property looking good all the way through the year.
Yeah, like start now. Get that actual spring cleaning, as we call it, right? And so I was just thinking, as a kind of one-off or a la carte, if someone does have like leakage that they may experience in their driveway from their cars, or just something that may have leaked from their houses, do you do like one-offs like that as well, maintenance throughout the summer if people need stuff like that? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, anything that would happen, after we do that initial cleanup, if there's something that happens through the year, you have like a spill in your driveway, an oil spot, something dumps, we can definitely come out and just do, certain areas to clean those up if that happens. So that's not a problem. Once you're, in our system as a client, we take care of you, like family.
Yes,
So, yeah.
and so talk to me about the process. If someone is interested in getting a spring cleaning, does it start with a consult? Do you kind of see what they need and then kind of offer full package?
Yeah, so we do a lot of bundle discounts with a lot of our homeowners. Most of them are looking at their property now, and they're seeing areas on their house they want washed. They're wanting their windows cleaned, for spring after we wash the house. They have their driveway they want done, or a deck or a fence, something like that. And so we do offer great deals and discounts on our bundle packages. Or if you want just a singular service, just a house wash, or your concrete done, or windows done, or roof done, all that's done, a la carte as well. But yeah, just get a hold of us. We're real easy to connect with. You can connect with us on our Facebook platforms, Instagram platforms. Give us a call, shoot us a text. We do answer our phones, so that's something that we take pride in, as communication. And so then we can schedule a time to come out, take a look at your property with you, and give you a few different options that are available, and something that'll work within your budget.
Yeah, and I'm thinking too, just with the ongoing maintenance of this, what is recommended as a bare minimum? Should you be getting your house soft washed twice a year when seasons change, each season 4 times a year? What do you recommend?
So a lot of our clients that we work with now, most of them are probably doing it about once a year.
Okay.
It's not necessarily necessary to do it once a year, but we do offer maintenance plans for our clients where we do the initial cleanup on your home, and then we offer a yearly maintenance plan to come out, wash your home, take care of your windows, take care of your concrete, whatever that is. So that's a great thing that we can do for you as well.
I love that. So if it's once a year, then right now the spring sounds like the best time, because as you said, to wash away winter. And you're offering some specials.
Yeah, we are.
On the roofing and also the concrete cleaning. So let me know what those are. Yeah,
so right now for our house washes, we're starting out on our house washes at $295 for our basic house wash package. And that'll do everything from the gutters, soffits, all your siding, exterior surfaces with the soft washing. That also puts about a 2 to 3 year active treatment on your home as well. So it really helps with like mold, mildew, and algae buildup and regrowth. So that's a great promotion. That's a starting out rate. And then on our concrete cleaning, we're also doing our concrete cleaning starting out right now for basic driveways for $195. And that's a full soft wash clean, pressure wash and rinse to kind of get that concrete renewed and ready for spring and summer.
All right, awesome. Well, thanks, Brandon, for breaking that down.
Yeah, thank you.
And if you would like more information about Elite Softwash, we'll have their website listed below, and I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Elite Softwash. This segment sponsored by Foster Financial. It is time for Wealth Wednesday with Foster Financial, and we have been talking about the process, checking things off the list if you have recently lost your spouse. And today we're going to wrap it up with an important topic that Caleb Doan, the Vice President of Foster Financial, is going to share with us. Hey there, Caleb.
Hey.
Welcome, welcome.
Thanks very much.
Okay, so as we've been having this discussion, I think it's really important because it's like if you lose your spouse, what do you do? And you broke it down each week. And today you're going to focus on the widow's tax trap. That sounds so dangerous.
I know, right? Yeah, it's a serious thing.
What?
Yeah.
What is? Okay, so first, go over the steps just one more time so people can know, and then you can go back and find those conversations because they're so important.
Yeah, we spent a few weeks kind of talking about some of the main categories of things that recent widows would need to do related to their finances. So we talked about gathering the right documents, we talked about contacting the right people, and then about taking the right action. So all those had very important steps for folks to take in there. And one of the things we kind of hinted at in that last session a couple weeks ago was the widow's tax trap and how working with a financial advisor can help avoid some of the issues that can arise, specifically tax issues when somebody loses a spouse. And really what the widow's tax trap is that when you're a joint filer with your spouse, the top of the 12% tax bracket is right around $100,000. If you lose a spouse, you're able to file jointly that year that you lose your spouse, but then the following year, you're now filing as a single filer. As a single filer, the top of the 12% tax bracket is half of that. It's right around $50,000. So the issue that people run into is that when a spouse passes away, sure, they lose a little bit of income. So they'll lose like the lower of the two Social Security benefits between the two spouses. But a lot of other income stays the same. They might have a pension benefit that continues on for the spouse even though one passed away. They might have required minimum distributions coming from their investment accounts that are staying exactly the same. And so they might have been, at $100,000 of taxable income right at the top of the 12% tax bracket. One spouse passes away, maybe the income drops to $80,000. But your tax bracket, top of the 12%, just went down to 50. So now all of a sudden you're in the 22% tax bracket when you used to be in the 12%. So that's what we call the widow's tax trap. Your tax brackets get compressed, your standard deduction gets cut in half, and your income doesn't get cut in half. So now all of a sudden you're in a much higher tax bracket, which can cause a lot of issues.
Oh yeah, that's a big jump. They will be almost paying double or at least 10% more in taxes. And so how can they avoid this from happening? Yeah,
I'd say one of the big things that often pushes somebody into that next tax bracket are those required minimum distributions that people have to take. So these are from pre-taxed retirement accounts that haven't been taxed before. You're required to start taking withdrawals from those at a certain age. And so that, like right now, that age is 73 years old. So if somebody has, $1 million in an IRA, the government's forcing them to take out, let's say, $50,000 a year. Well, if a spouse passes away and that spouse leaves their IRA to their surviving spouse, it's still the same amount of money that's invested there, and that RMD is typically the same amount. In fact, it goes up every single year. Generally speaking, the percentage they have to take out goes up. So that income stays exactly the same and is now kicking you up into a higher tax bracket because those tax brackets have been compressed. And so what we'll do ahead of time, we'll do Roth conversions ahead of time. So that's one of the strategies that we'll use for clients. That's where we strategically pay the taxes in a known smaller tax bracket ahead of time, so that later we don't have those same required minimum distributions because the taxes have already been paid, and therefore it won't kick you up into a higher tax bracket.
So are you saying taking your current I'm confused. Taking your current income and putting it into a Roth so that you can pay the taxes in advance?
You're taking money from your IRA and then you're moving it over to your Roth IRA, paying taxes in advance when that's done. And then therefore, once that money's in the Roth IRA, it'll never be taxed again, and it won't be subject to any required minimum distributions. So ideally, we're doing this strategy while both spouses are still living. But even if one spouse passes away, they still have that 1 year where they're still able to file as a joint filer. And maybe they have quite a bit of room to the top of the 12% tax bracket when they're a joint filer. And so that's when we'll do a Roth conversion that year. Oftentimes, if if a spouse passes away, that's going to be a pretty big year for us doing Roth conversions, just
Right.
because we know what's coming around the corner. It's those compressed tax brackets, it's a smaller standard deduction, and oftentimes it's a tax issue for people.
So what if one of the spouses is still working? So let's say the wife is still working, she gets her normal salary, and then her husband passes away. Her normal salary would be in the higher tax bracket anyway. Is there any way to avoid that? Now that she cannot file joint, she has to file single.
Right. So I mean, that certainly that 1 year she gets to file as a joint filer still. If there's minor children involved too in that scenario, you actually get an extension on being able to file as a joint filer for a couple additional years. But certainly there's still strategies that we will use in that scenario, and it depends on how far away somebody is from retirement, what their investment accounts look like, how much is pre-tax versus how much is Roth. But yeah, in that exact scenario, that income that she's getting, if she's still working there, she's still getting that same income, but her tax brackets have all of a sudden been compressed. So it's usually other areas of income that we're attempting to minimize, especially if your salary is staying exactly the same.
Gotcha. So interesting.
Yeah.
The web that's woven with the widow's tax.
Right, I know. The IRS has just a ridiculous amount of rules that have to be followed, and so we want to make sure that we're thinking ahead on a lot of these things to help avoid getting into a tax situation later on.
That reference, I was thinking about the Black Widow.
Oh, right, yeah, there you go. That's right.
See what I did? Okay. No, okay, totally makes sense. And again, why we need a financial advisor. So thank you, Caleb.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. And if you would like more information about Foster Financial, we'll have it listed below. Give them a call, and I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Foster Financial. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed the show. And remember, you can always catch up on episodes and segments of Living Local 15 by going to WANE.com, downloading the WANE app, and also checking us out on YouTube. And I'll leave you with this. It's never too late to live your best life, so start living it today. And I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.